Hi, thank you for watching the video. I recommend you to pause it and check out the description, then to keep watching. So today I'm going to show you different systems from STID France. So the first reader is what we call a standard reader, ARC A. This one can read My Fair Desfire EV1, EV2, Ultralight, Classic, etc. Then you have the second reader, which is a pin pad reader. So it also reads standard card, but also it does pin code. 2 layers of security with such a reader. Swap the card or just pin code. You can choose. It depends on what your client wants. So this is the same reader, but this time the pin pad is digital and scrambling. You can as well add a bell, which is very useful for offices, but you can also remove the pin pad and replace it by the logo of your client by simply swiping the configuration card on it. I will show you. Finally, we have also wall readers, which are very designed and integrated into wall. You can change their design very easily by changing the face without replacing the wall reader. And there is certain configuration that you can do under the SECARD encoder from STID, which I will show you in a bit. This is the STID ARC 1, which is very well designed to fit in any space. It also reads Desfire, My Fair Classic, etc. So this is the PCB that you can find inside the reader. So when you replace a reader, a standard one, to become a pin pad or a digital pin pad, you do not need to replace the whole reader. All you have to do is to switch the interface. This is the configuration card. That's what you use to swap on the reader when you want to change its interface, like as I showed you earlier. Here, this one, I already removed the screw and put an anti-tamper. So you can see when I moved it, boom, it become red, and now we cannot reach the card because the anti-tamper is activated, which means all the memory of the readers is gone. You need to reinsert it by swapping the configuration card. Then you can read again the keys. So it's very useful in an environment where you have maybe some issues with people trying to tamper readers. Here is a bunch of different style keys you can buy. You can get them from anywhere. You don't need to buy them from STID. You can buy them from any manufacturer of NXP chip. That's a big advantage compared to iClass, FDI, etc., etc. So this is the encoder. It looks like a reader. You can plug it by USB into your computer. And that's where you place your configuration card when you want to make one, or your swap keys or key cards when you want to encode them. Now let's see the interface of the SECARD. So I choose the version 3.4, that's the latest version. Here you can see we got TTL, Wagon, we got RS232, RS33, 35, S32, we got RS485, everything is possible. We got all the different type of readers we can use here and configure it. So I'm gonna try one. Here is where you have to choose the protocol for reading your cards. That's what's gonna transmit the readers to the door controller. So usually you are in TTL Wagon, 26 bits, but you could use any other format. You can create your own format actually. Everything is possible with this. As you can see also there is the iClass part, which means actually you can read UID of the iClass. It won't read the site code and the card numbering of the iClass, but it will read the UID. So it's very useful in case of switching between an installation that was iClass to a new installation. Now that's the LED of your reader. So as you could see earlier, we have the choice here. You can make it rainbow. I like to make it rainbow. The colors change all the time. You can choose if you want it to blink, how fast. It all depends on the taste of your client. So that's a very good thing because now they can decide of what they want. They don't have just a standard reader that works the same for everybody. They can personalize it. You saw earlier the readers were black, but you can actually choose to have them white or even to send your own template design and they will print it on your reader. You can also choose the level of the buzzer because it could be quite loud in some environment, or make it lower because sometimes it annoys people, to have a beep. You can choose how long it's gonna be, how many times it's gonna blink, etc. What colors the reader is gonna show when you swap a card, etc., etc. So here is the biometric reader settings. I haven't showed you any of the biometric readers, but it's just a module. So look at the photo here. You can see you just need to add this module under your reader and you're ready to go. Your SECARD encoder allows you to enroll up to 5 fingerprint per key fobs or inside the reader itself. You can choose between having the fingerprint in the reader, which is not secured for many good reasons, or to have them in a swap card. Then the user swap his card and present his finger to access to the building. You can choose also all the setup for the buzzer, the keypad. So you can make it, as I explained earlier, card or key or card and key. Here is a touchscreen option. So this screen allows you to put your own logo and anything you want for every of the options and to activate the bell button. Here is for the Bluetooth readers. So STID has the same type of reader in Bluetooth. As you will see after this video, I will show you a demonstration of all the Bluetooth possibilities, but here is how you can set up the phone to work as like a card. You can also be hand-free, as you can see. You have the side detection, tap on your phone, double tap on it and it will open, or to use it as a remote control, which is very useful for parking. Now you can see here is the options of what your readers can do. MyFair, Desfire, MyFair Classic, Ultralight, etc. Let's go into the setting of the MyFair Desfire. You choose UID or private ID. Obviously you want private ID. What type of crypto? So AES plus 3DS. That's the best one you can find. Format the card is when you actually recreate a new swap card or key fobs. It's gonna format the previous data, which is quite useful. You can choose your AID. It's very useful if someone were to extract the information of your keys, the public information, and publish online. Then you will be able to find them because you know your identifier, so you can track it on Google. You can activate or deactivate the biometric derogation. That's very useful if you have a building where not everybody wants to use biometric for some reason. So they can have actually a key fob that will work on the reader without asking for the biometric. These keys are the reader keys. So that's where you can create the encryption for it. And that makes you the only one able to change the configuration or create configuration card. Or your client himself can do that if he's using the SECARD encoder for his own building or own office. The keys of the Desfire, so same. You can create devertification keys. You choose absolutely every encryption, up to the Desfire biometric template encryption, which is the only security encoder in the market allowing you to choose your Desfire biometric encryption keys. It's very useful. If someone were to crack the reader somewhere in the world, one of the reader, your reader will be safe. So here is the other options with the other type of card, but obviously you want to use MyFair Desfire. But if it's an hotel and service apartment plus residential building, it can be very useful to have both both type, because you know that most of service apartment or hotel are using ultralight. So let's give them the option. Your reader can read all the format at the same time. We have also the 125 kHz option, so that's to read the whole HID proximity or any type of 125 kHz key. Very useful when you're actually moving an old installation to a new one with the STID. So you don't have any issue with transferring everything. Here is how you encode your card. So you see you can choose your site code and card numbering. Then you decide if it's going to be just private ID or plus biometric or biometric and derogation. Then there is a bunch of other options that allows you to secure your software in case you were going to give a certain version to the client. So you can make a user version for them and they cannot mess with the configuration of everything, but they still can do their own card, which is very good. So this is it. If you want more information about the STID, you can check out the description. I will have the link to their website and documentation. You can read everything. Nothing is hidden, unlike with HID or some other, unlike with HID or Gallagher. You can read. So if you want more information, please check out the description of this video. I will have all the link for you in it. You can read the user manual of the SECARD, security readers, everything you want. Nothing is hidden. Don't hesitate to ask us any question you have. There is my email in the description. Thank you.